Hi YouTube, my name is Danny and today we're going to be doing a crochet tutorial on how to make a Irish clover. This is a really easy pattern. All it uses is single crochets, double crochets, and slip stitches. So if you know how to do all of those, then you are good to go on this clover. So I'm using a F-hook and I'm using cotton worsted weight yarn, obviously in green. So let's get started. I have this really small ball of yarn that I'm using. It's left over from a washcloth project that I did, so we're just going to hope that we don't run out of that. So of course we're going to be starting with our slip knot. This is my first YouTube video, and couple of things, I don't have a lot of camera space. This is kind of what I'm working with. I'll probably have to move the camera around a couple times so that I'm not going out of view. Second thing is I have dogs, so they might be barking during this video. So we're going to chain 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you don't know how to do any of this stuff, there's going to be video tutorials that you can search for on YouTube. I don't have any yet. I might make some. I'm not really sure yet. The thing is I don't really want to be repetitive because there are a lot of videos on YouTube on how to do these things. And then you're going to go into your first chain and do a slip stitch. To make a circle. So there's our circle, and we are going to single crochet 15 into our ring right in the middle. Oops. I've had some caffeine, so I'm a little bit shaky. 1, 2. I find that I work a little bit slower when I have the camera in between me, so I apologize for that. Or maybe it'll be helpful to watch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I would like to start doing more tutorials. I'm writing some of my own patterns, so I'll probably do some tutorials on some of the things that I write. And then, you know, just some different things like maybe beanies or things like that. So if you like my first video, then you're going to want to subscribe because I am going to do some more. And also leave in the comments below what you want to see. So then you're going to do a slip stitch to join. and then chain 4. My dogs are making funny noises in the background. Chain 4, and you want to skip the first, sorry, I got distracted. My dog is making a lot of noise over there. Chain 4, skip the next single crochet, and then you're going to do 1 double crochet, chain 2, and then another double crochet in the same stitch. So that's 1 double crochet, which I might need to yarn over for that. Yarn over, skip the next stitch, double crochet, chain 2, and then another double crochet into the same stitch. And then chain 4, and you're going to skip the next stitch again, and then you're going to do 2 slip stitches. So there's 1, and then the next another, and then we're going to repeat this same thing. So that's our first leaf. So we're going to do chain 4, and then skip the next single crochet, and in this one we're going to do double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet in the same loop. Chain 4, skip the next single crochet, and then slip stitch in the next 2. And then repeat for our third leaf. Chain 4, skip 1, double crochet, that's kind of a messy double crochet. Do that one over. Double crochet, sorry I lost track of where I was. chain 2, and then double crochet again in the same loop. And then chain 4. Skip 1 and slip stitch. So that's going to complete the first round. So then we're going to go into the loops. So you're going to do 3 single crochets, chain 4, and then 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, chain 4, and then another 3 single crochets, still working in the same loop. Oops, not double crochets. And then that just creates this little knobby effect right there on the end. And see, it's going to be on all of them. Okay, so in the smaller loop that you have right here, you're going to do two single crochets, chain 4, 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and then chain 4, and then 2, still in the same loop, 2 single crochets. And then it's going to be the bigger loop again, so it's going to be the same pattern as before. So it's going to be 3 single crochets, chain 4, and then 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and then chain 4, and 3 single crochets. And then what you're going to want to do to finish off the leaf is right here in between leaves you have a little hole. So you're just going to go into that hole and slip stitch. Okay. And then you're going to repeat the pattern on the other 2 leaves. So you can do that now on your own, or you can stay and work along with me. So we're going to do 3 single crochets, chain 4, 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 4. And then 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then it's going to be the smaller one, so it's going to be 2 single crochets, chain 4, 2 single crochets. When I first learned how to crochet, I learned how to crochet from books and YouTube, but I didn't really know how to read patterns, so the videos were really helpful for me. And then one day I just learned how to read patterns, so I figured since I'm learning how to make all these different things that I can share it with you guys. So it's gonna be fun to do all the different projects. Back into the next loop, so it's going to be 3 single crochets, chain 4, and then 3 single crochets. So I'm going to go ahead and there's that hole again. Slip stitch into this hole right here to complete the leaf. And then we're going to start working again in the holes here. So it's going to be 3 single crochets, chain 4, 3 single crochets, and then 2 single crochets, chain 4, 2 single crochets inside the loops. So I'll go ahead and finish that, and then I'll meet you back to do the stem.